Kate, David, and cryptproject watchers. Today's Friday, but not for much longer. I know, I kind of flubbed, I'm late, I'm sorry, but in my defense, I have had an insanely busy day. Here's the rundown. I worked at the library today from 9 to 11. I had Spanish class from 11 to noon. At noon, I had to go over to the radio station and learn how to work the phone recording equipment. Then I had my Western civilization discussion class with just enough time before it to go get some lunch. After that, I had an hour to prepare my journalism project, which I turned in during my last hour of class today from 3 to about 4 o'clock, at which time I ran back over to the studio to do the phone interview that I'd learned to record earlier. So after all of that, finally I got to come back to my lovely room in my scholarship hall and crash for a couple of hours before I have to go see Hamlet 2 at 9:30 with Elliot. And that's been my day. And the sad thing is that this is not an out of the normal day for me. This is a pretty typical day for me during the school year. I tend to kind of run on adrenaline and the occasional bottle of apple juice. It's probably not entirely healthy for me, and eventually one of these days I'm sure it's going to catch up and I'm going to have a massive stomach ulcer and have to spend weeks and weeks and weeks in the hospital. In other news, which I'm sure you've already heard by now, John McCain picked his running mate, Alaska Governor Sarah Palin. Don't really know where that came from. Kind of seemed like it was coming out of left field. I'm still trying to decide whether or not it's the best political choice that he's made so far or the worst political choice, because I think as far as aligning with his values and aligning with the values of the people he wants to vote for him, I think that she's pretty much on target, but at the same time, she doesn't have very much experience at all. As far as I can tell, her experience extends to the Alaskan border and not beyond it, which could prove to be kind of an issue. But all in all, I think a very interesting choice for John McCain, and I'd kind of like to see where it goes from here. Not that I'm supporting McCain or anything, I'm still full-on Barack Obama, but I think the campaign's going to be a lot more interesting to watch from now on, so I'm definitely going to be keeping more of an eye on it. This weekend is also Labor Day weekend, and I don't really have anything planned. I think I'm probably just going to end up sitting around at home a lot, reading books, getting caught up in my class reading, watching movies, and crashing, which, honestly, at this point, sounds wonderful. So, yeah, I'm gonna sign off and take a much-needed rest before jetting off to do the next, important thing in my day chock full of insanely important things to do. Kate, I will see you on Sunday.